Edgeworks Nebula.
Hey, Molly.
Hey, Max, how's it going?
It is going so well. I have such a fun topic to teach you about today. Are you ready?
I've never been more ready in my life.
Okay. First fun fact for guessing. Some stones have this topic as a natural ability.
Wow.
Spooky.
Oh my goodness. You know what? At first I was thinking the Rolling Stones, maybe these stones play music, but I think it's energy.
That's not a bad guess. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not a bad guess. Second, it's not right, but it's not a bad guess. Second fun fact for guessing. It comes from the Latin word meaning to flow.
My next guess was going to be healing. Some stones can heal?
Definitely
Nope.
not that.
Nope. Dang it.
Okay, the third and final fact. You're definitely not going to guess based on these facts, and I apologize. It was first discovered or invented by German inventor Edmund Germer.
Of course, Edmund Germer. Okay, it's an ability that a stone
Some
could
stones, yeah, I'll repeat the fun facts for guessing today.
Okay.
Some stones have this topic as a natural ability. It derives from the Latin word meaning to flow. And it was first discovered, invented by German inventor Edmund Germer.
Wow. I could do just like a throwaway guess. And my throwaway guess is going to be they float.
Can you
Floating.
imagine if that's what it was?
Just talking about
and
floating.
I was like, oh my gosh, you got it. No, you didn't. It's not floating.
It's
You
not
want to know what we're
floating.
talking about today, Molly?
Yes, I do.
Molly, today we are talking about fluorescents.
It's the scientific melody. It's the scientific melody. Dee-dee-dee, scientific melody with Molly and Max.
What a wild thing, because flow and fluorescent
Right?
sound so
Right?
similar.
That's where it's from the Latin word flu, which means to flow.
Wow. I can't wait to learn more. The only thing I know
Yes.
about fluorescent is sometimes lightings, like in a doctor's office, throwing it back to the doctor,
Fluorescent
are
lightings.
very harsh
Yeah,
lights.
exactly.
Yeah.
But fluorescents can be found in lots of different things. So glow-in-the-dark toys, glow-in-the-dark clothes. You can have fluorescent lights. You can do black lights, use fluorescent lighting. So there's tons of fluorescent lights all around us all the time. And the reason they work is because they use something called ultraviolet light. I know you've heard of that, Molly.
Ultraviolet light. I am married to a red-headed gentleman. I know all about UV rays.
Oh, exactly.
lots of sunscreen.
Exactly. A UV ray is an ultraviolet ray. You put
Yes.
the pieces of the puzzle together. So when you wear things like sunscreen, when you wear things like other things that are like sunscreen.
Like sun shirts. You can wear it like that have that natural.
Exactly.
Yes,
Molly, you're
yes.
killing it so far today. So
Thank you.
I'm going to come back to that in 1 second.
Okay.
But the colors of the rainbow, can you name them?
Rory G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
Correct. What is after violet?
White.
No.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, black.
No, we're talking about it right now.
Fluorescent.
No!
Sun.
Oh my gosh. The colors of the rainbow are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. But what comes after violet is ultraviolet.
Whoa. Do you know I have a song? It goes red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. These 7 colors will not sit and be silent. They will shine in the sky for you and I.
That's a cute song. You have
Thank
to
you.
change it though, because now you know that ultraviolet comes after violet.
That's true. Ultraviolet, and wear your sunscreen. Yum, yum.
So ultraviolet is a color that we actually cannot see by itself, but when we mix it with other things that are fluorescent,
Wow.
the UV light glows in different colors based on the fluorescence that it's mixing with.
Now, I have to tell you, when I was little, I had a black light in my bedroom. And it glowed. Yeah, it
Yeah.
glowed. It's like the black light.
Yeah. Do you want to know why?
Yeah.
So a black light is made of ultraviolet light, which we can't technically see by itself, but the way black lights work is they actually mix some violet in with the ultraviolet, which is what gives it that purple glow.
That is so cool, because I was always like, why is it called a black light? But when I turn it on, it's like a bluey purple color.
Crazy, right? It's because we're
So
mixing
crazy.
violet with the invisible light, the ultraviolet light, and it's mixing with the violet, which gives us that purple glow. So that's
Can
why
I
we can
also-
see it.
Can I tell you one more thing I have an experience with black light and like ultraviolet
Yes.
light in my home? Now, whenever I've had doggies, and they've always been little senior doggies, so sometimes they have little accidents. We have a flashlight. It's a UV flashlight, so when all the lights are out, we can just like look around the floor, and if there's any like part that shines brighter, we know that maybe there was a potty.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
literally exactly how this works. So
Crazy.
UV light, or the invisible light, is a really, really energetic light. And when the UV light hits fluorescent things, like your old senior dog's pee-pee on the ground, the fluorescent things absorb some of that energy, but then release the rest of the energy into light we can see.
Wow. That is so cool.
So an
'Cause, you
easy...
know-
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I never thought too much into that thing, except for it was cool to be able to see that stuff, which
Pretty
to the
crazy,
naked
right?
eye I couldn't. Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So an easy way to think about how this works is if you think about you have a basketball in your hand, okay?
Okay.
Now, when you drop that basketball, the basketball is going to hit the ground, and then the basketball bounces back into the air.
Okay.
Think of the basketball as the UV light. So when the UV light hits the ground, and let's pretend the ground is a fluorescent object.
Okay.
So when the UV light, the basketball, hits the fluorescent object, the ground, some of the energy is absorbed into the ground or absorbed into that fluorescent object, but then the rest of that energy, like the basketball, bounces back up into the air so you can catch that basketball. So the basketball bouncing back into the air is the light that we can see. It's the rest of the energy that wasn't absorbed by the fluorescent light. So those are the different colors that you see, like your senior dog's pee-pee.
I love that you have to whisper it in like that. Now, what's so cool is how long did it take you to come up with that analogy? Because that was a really good analogy, and I'm only ever going to visualize it that exact way from
So
here on
I
out.
actually knew the analogy before I knew what fluorescents were. No, I'm kidding.
What?
I don't know. I just thought of it because I like to play basketball.
You know what? My name is Molly Jean, but when I was little, I was a bit of a hooper, and they called me MJ, not just because of Molly Jean, but because of MJ number 23.
Ooh.
Did I just compare myself to Michael Jordan? I believe I did.
So there's actually a really cool at-home experiment that you can do with your parents, but please, you have to get your parents' permission. Don't do this without your parents because
So wait,
it'll
do
be
what-
super not cool.
If I wanted to do this, Max, would I need to ask my parent? Just one more time. Do I need to ask my parent?
Absolutely.
Okay. Parent
Mainly
or
because
guardian?
mainly because it would be fun to do it with your parent. Like it'd be so much fun to do this experiment with your parent. So
Okay.
it
You
would
don't
be
wanna leave them
cool-
out.
It'd be cool to do it by yourself, I guess. But like it'd be so much more fun to do it with someone else. And
Okay.
that someone else should just be your parent. Just so
Or your parent or
we don't get in
guardian.
trouble. Yeah. But yeah, parent or guardian. You're going to take the inside of a highlighter, but then you're actually going to squeeze the inside of the highlighter into a cup while you pour some water over it.
Wow.
So you're
okay.
going to pour water over your hand with where you're holding the inside of the highlighter, and you're going to squeeze while you are pouring the water. So what you're doing is inside of a highlighter, there are chemicals that are fluorescent inside that highlighter, which is why they're so bright in their different colors. So when you pour the water over it and you squeeze, you're basically squeezing those chemicals out of the highlighter and into the cup with the water. Then all you got to do is take some cornstarch, mix it in that fluorescent water until it thickens up, and then you got yourself some fluorescent paint. How cool is that?
Amazing. So does that fluorescent paint continue? Like, say I painted a picture with that new thing that you just taught me. Will it keep its fluorescence-ness forever?
Yes. I mean, over time, it will probably dull out
Fade.
a little bit.
Yeah.
The really cool thing about this fluorescent paint, though, is that it's safe. So you can also paint each other. So you could put paint on your parent's face, and then when you stick it with a black light or a UV light or a UV flashlight, that face gonna glow up like 4th of July. But yeah, you can paint a picture, you can have fun and paint each other, but when you turn on a black light or a UV flashlight or something like that, it's going to activate those fluorescent chemicals in the paint itself, and then you are going to glow like the Emerald City.
I wish that everybody could see your eye just go in and out of that. Well, you said
Yeah,
Emerald
that's a medical
City.
condition.
That's our next topic.
Yeah.
A detached retina. So we will be, in fact, become the basketball bouncing on the ground.
So if you paint yourself with fluorescent paint and then you turn on that black light or that UV flashlight, you will become the basketball.
Now, I have some extra time today, and I have cornstarch and a highlighter. And I have that black light that we use for my senior dog's potty. So you better believe I've just filled up my afternoon.
No, honestly, it's so cool.
Yeah,
I think it's so cool. And it's so easy. But that is fluorescence.
I love that. I learned so much. Some might say I got a new wrinkle on my brain. Yeah.
That's perfect. And then we can just go into the song.
Go into the song.
Yeah.
Derived from the Latin word meaning flow, fluorescence makes certain things glow. You may have things that glow in the dark, like toys, clothes, or maybe you are like me, and you thought having a black light in your room in middle and throughout most of high school was pretty cool. Well, all of those things can glow because of fluorescence. Now we know. Yeah, now we know why they glow. Now we know. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. But what about ultraviolet? Well, we need fluorescence to mix with the UV light to get that magic color into our sight. Yeah, now we know why they glow. Now we know why they glow. Yeah, why they glow.
Edgeworks Nebula.